Back to Politics Tonight, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Tonight, we're exploring key questions around police capacity, public trust, internal accountability, and what it really takes to build a police system that serves and protects with integrity. And I've been speaking with Ijele, is the convener of Police Integrity Movement. Thank you for staying with us on the program. Yes, Mr. Ijele, you know, I understand your position and why it is important to talk about the good side of the police, because, and another angle is that we can clearly see that the Nigerian police force is seen in many quarters as the proverbial leopard that will not change its sport. Yes, you say things are changing, but, you know, in the face of security challenges in the country, prime among which is internal terrorism, many say that it is essential for the police authorities to tackle this image crisis. You're here advocating for systemic change within our policing institutions. What must the leadership of the NPF do to tackle this image crisis and, you know, make the police a reference point for policing in Africa? Let's talk about that.
You see, let me tell you this. I wanted to make, to speak on that before the break. You see, the IG is in Abuja. He can't be in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kogi, Zamfara at the same time. There are people that are saddled with the responsibility of upholding the securities of their community. And that is why I so much love the current introduction of the community policing. And that is to solve all these problems. Now, it is easy to hold accountable those around you. It is easy for me to hold accountable the police officers in my town because they are from my place. Now, you see, I come from a place where we also have a lot of security challenges on Mala local government in Kogi State, Bagana precisely. I cannot put the responsibility of that insecurity on the Inspector General of Police, not even the government, of the central government. The Kogi State government had to be held accountable. The CP of Kogi State had to be held accountable. And the same even knowledge moke in your state. I don't know where you are coming from, but at least the first stop of insecurity of the first responder are the state, your local government, the divisional headquarters, and all the zonal headquarters are the one responsible for immediate action when there are crises. But some of these policemen have been compromised. There is no doubt. I'm not exonerating all these innuendos. But I am telling you that what are the current steps taken to solve all these problems? And that is the reason the police are doing very well. Now, you see, we are being distracted always because of politics. You know the problem, the greatest enemy of Nigeria is politics. That even when you are doing good, in fact, we are living in a society where negativity is a hot cake. And that is the problem. So now, integrity movement of the police is all about telling the world the good part of the police. See, I feel the slogan, which is known within the Africa, if we cannot beat them, we'll join them, became the order of the day. And that is because nobody is talking about the good ones. Nobody is telling the people now that IG have introduced a measure to be promoting the good characters. And that is, those parties not selling.
I don't think the basic or the real challenge is about whether any police officer is being promoted or not, because there are deeper issues, Mr. Ijele. There are those who are talking about the need to improve transparency and external oversight. I mean, look at the Police Service Commission, which is supposed to, you know, provide oversight. But several reports indicate it's underfunded and lacks enforcement power. And when you look at a country like Canada, where there is a body like the Independent Investigations Office, which investigates serious incidents involving police, that body publishes annual reports showing how many investigations lead to charges or policy changes. Unlike in some regions like ours, where oversight is done internally with little transparency. Is your movement pushing for that kind of body, like a civilian oversight body like that?
We are ready and we are pushing for a detailed transparency of the expenditure. But don't forget, you cannot account for security votes somehow. There are some things they cannot account for that is very clear about security vote. But then, there are corruption in the system. And, you know, especially the previous police formation. The previous IG that handed over to the current one. In fact, I have done my investigation that contracts have been awarded to their family members down to tissue papers. And nobody, you know, was giving account of some of those things. But I am telling you that there are some measures that have been put in place to checkmate those excesses. The police, see, let me tell you this. Our security vote in Nigeria is enough to solve our issue. But the problem is lack of the accountability. And we are also pushing for that. And part of it was the investigation that our group have done so far to bring out that, look, the former IG must be investigated. Money were taken over hundreds of billions. This current IG, I am pleading, our group we are pleading with the president of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to enforce IG Ogbeteku to prosecute and investigate the former IGs. Because, see, there are rot in the system.
IGs,
this government,
sorry, let's be clear, Mr. Ijele. The former IGs or the former IG? The former IG. Especially the immediate predecessor, the former IG. I'm talking of Abba. I am talking of Alkali. There are a lot of so much of corruption under that man. Nobody is talking about it. See, we must recover some of those money. Some of this money belongs to the officers that are dying on the field. See, I watched a video where some officers lost their life exchanging gunfire with armed robbers. And I was like, come on. They are somebody's sisters. They are somebody's husband. They are somebody's brothers. They are somebody's wife and somebody's children. Nobody is talking about them. And the big men are feeding fat on the one suffering on the street. But I can tell you that this current one, I have done my investigation. See, I want to maintain my integrity because I want to remain here for a very long time. I want to be relevant in Nigeria politics for a very long time. If you will not like me because I speak the truth when I see, then forget about me. See, it is not everything that opposition have to oppose. We are to support if we really want to make Nigeria a better place. Then that is some of my problem with Showore. Every government he criticizes. You are telling the Nigerian that IG Ogbeteku is illegal. Can you prove that? In part 3, section 7, subsection 1 to 6 of the Police Act 2020 stated clearly the position of IG is exclusive and is a prerogative authority of the president for a term of 4 years. He didn't say 3 years. And he didn't specifically state that at the age of 35 or 60 or 80 or whatsoever, I say for a term of 4 years. So the president reserves his right. Now, if you go to the same section 10, subsection 1 to 6, specifically stated again that the IG can even call back a retired officer to serve for a tenure of 2 years. And if the officer reapply, he can be retained for another tenure of 2 years, making 4 years. So specifically, we are looking at the 4 years. 4 years, 4 years. Ogbeteku has not spent 4 years. And even if he has done, the president has the right, if he's doing good and he's doing well, to continue the good work. All right.
So, see, let's look at the activities. And that is why I condemn Showore with my total, with everything in me. You cannot keep insulting everybody. Activism is not a yardstick to insult people on the street.
All right, Mr. Ijele, then. Thank you so much.